It's time to look at the stories making the headlines today, and to do that, we don't just have contributors, we don't have just people you drag in off the street, though, well, but we have got two broadcasting legends in the forms of Vanessa Feltz and Mr. Gyles Brandreth, and it's an absolute delight to have you both here. Tomorrow, though, if we were out with you, we may not recognise you because face masks are mandatory, but a lot of people, Gyles, aren't exactly sure where they're mandatory. Yeah, well done.
This is going to be the problem, actually making it clear what one is wanting. You know, I mean, when I went into the Tesco the other day looking for some 95% chocolate, you know, dark chocolate, because I'm on this special diet. And I was worried, I couldn't get it. So eventually, I was so irritated, I pulled the mask down and then found myself spitting at her. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I do love the fact that President Trump was quite excited when he thought they were going to be like Lone Ranger masks, which, of course, covered one's eyes.
Yeah.
You know,
but you know, Vanessa, sometimes I look at this and I think it's sort of overly complicated. To me, it should be you wear them when you go inside a building, and if you haven't got one, the shop should be helpful and have a stock of them, perhaps because, you know, people will forget at times. But with all this exceptions, if you go in to buy a sandwich, you must wear one, but if you eat inside, don't wear. What do you think?
Well, that's where the grey area, isn't it? Particularly about cafes and sandwich shops, Vanessa. They're saying if you're standing in a queue to get a takeaway sandwich, you have to wear your mask because you'll probably stand not 2 metres away from somebody. But if it's table service and you stay and eat your sandwich and have a cup of coffee, you don't have to wear your mask.
Well, what I think is have a default position of wear the wretched thing. Just wear it because, punchline, what harm? Maybe it's doing good, and if it's doing good, brilliant. If it's doing you good, fabulous. If it's doing everybody else you don't know good, then that's the best possible good deed you could ever do. And, you know, it's not exactly becoming and it's not all that comfortable, but keep wearing it. And also think of all the doctors, nurses and frontline staff who have to wear those incredibly uncomfortable ones for hours and hours on end and don't complain. Just wear it. Put up and shut up. That's what I really think about it.
That is common sense.
Should it be inside? Should it be outside?
Gyles, you have been an MP, you have been a politician. Why can't political speak or direction just say it the way Vanessa has said it?
The problem is, of course, common sense is what's wanted. And originally the government was saying, please use your common sense, please be courteous, please wear a mask. But then people say, we need clarity, we need rules, we need to know where we are. And once you start trying to break it down to detailed rules, you then think it through. Well, of course, people in a queue lining up to buy food, well, they'll be close to a lot of people. So then they should wear a mask. But if they're sitting down, just 2 people at a table being served, maybe they don't need to wear a mask. So once you start getting into the regulations, that's when people demanding clarity. If you want clarity, you have to have detailed rules.
Well, if you do go out... Sorry, if you do go out shopping, another story we want to highlight is, and you're down in the high street there, you can go into the chemist now and get a weight loss jab. Would you be tempted, Gyles? I'm not saying you need it, my friend, but I'm saying, would you be tempted, the easy option?
Excuse me, I do need it. Before I arrived here, in the corridor outside, my wife was doing this. Look, Gyles, look, takes 10 years off you. Just a little bit there, just take it there. And then she said, oh, is it Eamonn today? Oh, well, do look at Eamonn. I think you'll see what a good idea that might be, Gyles.
Yeah, you look thin compared to Eamonn, don't worry.
But this is Lloyd's Pharmacy who are offering this. It's a programme.
They are offering it.
£260 a month, and it's a prescription-only anti-suppressant.
I am wary of anything like this. I mean, to be honest, I have a little mantra: to lose 2 pounds a week, to regain a figure slim and sleek. The rules are simple, if not nice. No bread, potato and no rice. And when it comes to pasta, basta. So I go on a low-carb diet when I want to lose weight. That's what I do.
I like that.
And my instinct is move a bit more, eat a bit less.
Right.
But I'm terribly sympathetic to people who think, maybe the injection would help. Maybe the gas.
Vanessa,
I'm very sympathetic.
Yeah, Vanessa, you understand, you know, people always say that. Look, it's not rocket science, just eat a bit less, move a bit more. But it's not as simple as that for a lot of people.
Would it were that simple. Unfortunately, eating, as many people realise, isn't all about food. It's about so many other things: comfort and recreation and feeling good about yourself, then feeling bad about yourself and emotional crunch. It's not just eat when you're hungry. For so many of us, it's got this huge emotional extra weight that gives us extra weight. And that's why, you know, I can hardly say don't have an injection when I've not only had a gastric ban, but also a follow-up gastric bypass several years later. It's the only way that I've managed to keep reasonably slim, and that's through medical intervention. I'm not proud of it, but I'm honest about it because I know so many people are struggling so badly with this. And people who say, oh, eat less, move more, I wish it were as simple as that. Unfortunately, for many of us, it just isn't. It's such a shame it isn't, but it isn't.
So you'd take the jab?
So you think the jabs are okay?
Oh, I'd take the jab. Absolutely. If a doctor would prescribe it and I felt I needed it, I wouldn't be in the least ashamed, and I'd tell everybody what I was doing. I'd say, I'm a failed dieter.
I think it's a shame it's become such an...
Give me the jab.
Give them the jab, fine. But it's a shame that it's become such an obsession. I think we should just be more comfortable with people being of different sizes. We know severe obesity really is dangerous. But honestly, a little bit here or there, let's just live and be happy.